Saya passwordnya 12221 ya, 12221. I click here 12221, lalu muncul new tab, new password. Nah, nanti gantinya yang gampang-gampang aja teman-teman. 12222 misalnya, karena tadi 221 ya. Nah, gantinya yang gampang-gampang gitu aja biar easy to remembering your password. Oke? Jadi ketika nanti teman-teman submit, ini nggak bisa dihapus, jangan kaget ya, karena memang defaultnya seperti itu. So clear it first, and after that put your password and create your new password. New password that will be login ya after this ya. Nanti jangan sampai lupa new passwordnya seperti apa. And this is how to navigate the SAP. We already discussed ya last week. Ya, we have a new section ya, multiple session. Can create multiple session. This is the main screen of SAP. Mau pakai PC lab atau komputer masing-masing? Komputer masing-masing ya, oke. This is the main screen ya. Di dalamnya ini ada menu bar. This is the status bar ya. Menu bar and also standard toolbar. Ya. Then title bar here ya. Maintains user profile. I already sent the ticket last night ya. Last night, common field, ya, ini tab page, application toolbar, ya, input di bawahnya ini selalu ada status toolbar di sebelah sini atau di sebelah sini ya, berarti ya. Dan langsung common field untuk tiket ya, itu rentetan tiketnya yang untuk satu buku ini ada di yang saya kirim tadi malam. Untuk seluruh satu buku ini ada semua di situ ya. Dan yes, just to continue ya, create favorite list. Yes, alright. Getting help ini nggak banyak kita gunakan. So we jump to unit 3 ya, system-wide concept. So system-wide concept is a refer to the structures of organizations. Basically, they have a 3 level of the structures, 3 layer level ya. The first layer we call it top management ya. The second layer is middle management, that representative of the functionality area, finance and accounting, operation and supply chains, yeah, or production here, yeah, human resource and also marketing and sales. Different company that will be have different department or functional area. They are in the second layer. We call it middle management. Okay, and after that, the first frontline management. Frontline management is meaning the production unit, supervisors, yeah, editor unit, casing, yeah, payment, account payable, account receivable, is something like that, yeah. Okay, so system-wide concept means the representative of the structures of organization. Okay, so let's look at the structure in SAP. Yeah, for the system-wide concept that we call is organizational element. Yeah, this is the keyword. Organizational element. Layer 1 is top management, layer 2 is middle management, layer 3 is frontline management. Okay? We call it organizational element. Okay, and after that we have the master data, because SAP is one ERP software system that will integrated in one single system, software system, yeah, integrated in one single software system. Okay. So because they are integrated in one software single system, they have a one master data ya. Master data can refer in mainframes ya, yang tadi Maria mention mainframe, berarti kita punya satu master data, atau juga yang cloud, jadi penyimpanan master datanya ada di cloud ya. Okay, and after that you have organizational element refers to the structures ya, layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. Master data, it's all of our activities that we have, all master data that we have. In previous chapter we learned marketing and sales, they have own data, okay. Finance and accounting also, and others department they have data. But in SAP, we integrated in one single software system and only we have one single master data. Okay, not distribute in the several department, but we have a single master data. Single master data, we call it the master data. Yeah, master data that will be nanti akan ada beberapa tipe. Nanti ada customer, material, sales, finance, and based on this layer, ya. Based on this layer, okay. So to maintain the master data, and of course there are some transaction in SAP that we learn input, functional area, processing, and output. Input, let's say customer order. There are customer order list, processing, functional area, sales and finance, ya, processing and also output. Okay, nanti akan ada transaction. And for this case, for our practical, yeah, we will use the companies that the brand name is IDES. Examples of our companies, okay? IDES. Alright. So system-wide concept, first element is organizational element, yeah. The structures is mapped to SAP applications using organizational element. Remember SAP, they call is organizational element in system-wide concept, but actually that's referred to the structures of organization. First layer, second layer, and third layer, okay? And after that, we have a master data for all these transactions in one single master data. And after that, the transaction depends on the functional area. Yeah, input, functionality area, process, output. This is the transactions. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see this IDS organizational structures. They call it system-wide concept, yeah? Let's see the terminology. The top companies or the brand of the companies is IDS. In SAP we call it client because they use the SAP software. Last week we discussed about how to choose the right ERP provider, ya. ERP service apa? ERP software supplier. Okay, so IDES is a brand of company. They can choose within SAP, Oracle, or others brands. Okay, but at this case, they choose the SAP, and for SAP, IDES is the client. Okay, client. But IDES they have a two large operating system in Europe and North America. Ya, di perusahaannya IDES, induknya itu headquarters-nya adalah IDES, tapi mereka beroperasi di Eropa dan juga di North America. Kita nyebutnya sebagai controlling area. Oke, kliennya IDES, controlling area ada di Eropa dan di North America. Di North America harusnya kurang lebih strukturnya juga ada seperti ini. Cuman ini kita ambil contoh yang di Europe aja. Di Europe ternyata mereka beroperasi di dua negara. Ada di Jerman dan juga Prancis, ya. Nah, beda negara, beda companies cloud-nya. Sama-sama perusahaannya IDES. Tapi dia punya pasar di Eropa, punya pasar di North America, Amerika Utara. Di Eropa dia beroperasi di dua negara, Jerman dan juga kayak teman-teman ngelihat Schneider, ya. Di Indonesia ada, atau misalnya seperti Infineon, ya, ada di Batam, ada di Malaysia yang di Melaka, production plant-nya, ya. Tapi office-nya ada di Singapura. Branch office mereka untuk Asian itu adanya di Singapura. Okay, let's see di sini teman-teman ngebayangin Batam, berarti Batam punya dia layer structures di sini, ya. Ya. Nanti ada yang bagian production, ada yang bagian customer service, head of department, employee, and unit-unit yang ada di bawahnya sampai ketemu storage location. That's why SAP is very powerful because every single component that we have in our companies, there are some code, and we know where is the location. Jadi katakanlah ini warehouse kita dan kita punya SAP. Kita lagi cari satu komponen nih, tapi nggak mungkin kita cek satu-satu ya. Jadi nanti tinggal kita search aja di SAP dengan kode 0002, storage location-nya ada di mana? Oh ternyata ada di komputer nomor sini. Jadi nanti si usernya tinggal datang aja. Oke? Nah, semuanya itu berada di dalam satu master data yang sama. Tapi teman-teman mungkin masih ingat last week saya mention bahwa profil di dalam SAP itu kan ada banyak ya di sini ya. SAP menu yang last week kita diskusikan ya. Jadi last week saya pernah bilang ke teman-teman bahwa di setiap hierarki ini kan kita nanti hanya akan bekerja di unit kita masing-masing ya. Walaupun di sini ada banyak sekali menu, tapi sebetulnya kita itu akan hanya bekerja di unit kita masing-masing. Let's say kita itu bekerja di unit yang bagian production. Di bagian production nanti kita hanya bisa bertransaksi atau memiliki kewenangan di bagian ini saja, bagian production aja, dengan organizational unit di bagian production. Jadi kalau teman-teman lihat kliennya IDES, controlling areanya di dua benua, company codes-nya Jerman dan France. Jadi nanti company code-nya itu biasanya dikasih kode seperti ini. Yang IDS CG ini berada di Frankfurt yang ada di Jerman, sedangkan di North America itu 3000 IDS USA. Kodenya seperti ini. We call it company codes ya. Turun lagi jadi organizational unit. So if we refer with these structures, top management itu adalah company code-nya. Oke. So layer 2 itu dia organizational unit. Berarti ada production di sini ya. Production. Nanti juga ada HR, ada juga supply chain management dan seterusnya ya. Baru turun lagi ke posisi. Posisi berarti misalnya kita ada di operation atau production, nanti bagian yang material purchasing misalnya, atau bagian material receiving dan seterusnya ya. Baru kemudian sales organization, division, plant. Nah, let's say kita ada di, katakanlah kita ada di Indonesia di sini ya. Kemudian kita ambil contoh Schneider Electric yang ada di Batamindo. Di Schneider Electric mereka itu bukan cuma punya satu plant kan. Yang Schneider itu bangunannya bukan cuma satu tempat produksinya, tapi ada 3 kalau saya tidak keliru ya. 3 tempat. Nah, berarti itu ada kode plannya lagi. Jadi plan 1, plan 2 atau plan 3. Nah, nanti kita tinggal masukin kode-kodenya. Sampai level yang paling bawah itu namanya storage location. Ya. Jadi di dalam sistem light concept ini, di hierarki tadi itu ada jalur-jalurnya ya. Masing-masing ini punya kewenangan-kewenangan yang tidak boleh dilampaui. Gak mungkin storage location ini bisa ngotak-atik yang di atasnya. Kecuali yang di atasnya semakin tinggi kan berarti ke bawahnya dia bisa ngotak-atik. Tapi again and again, they still in their rules ya. Gak boleh keluar. Kalau dia berada di departemen HR berarti ngurusnya di HR aja. Production juga demikian, finance juga demikian, sales dan marketing juga demikian. Jadi still in their But in our case, kalian gak hanya di satu departemen ya. Di dalam satu modul ini kalian akan transaksi dari awal sampai akhir. Jadi semua modul kalian akan rasakan ya. Oke? So let's continue. This is the ideas, this is the companies. Perusahaannya ini juga nanti akan jadi ujian sertifikasinya ya, sama. Flow-nya kurang lebih juga sama. Cuman transaksinya yang agak lebih banyak ya. So this is IDS. Ya, IDS main building. We have employee, management system, financial, optimization of business process, strategies, monitoring, structures ya. So second thing is they have a master data. As a single integrated software system, they have one single master data ya. The first master data we call it the customer master data. For customer master data, we have the name, address, and language. We have payment parameters, GL account, sales, shipping, billing parameters, and partners. So this is the client. Ya, clients means IDS ya, top companies-nya. Companies codes, let's say Germans, we need to have this data ya. And also sales area, we need to have this data. Shipping, billing parameters, partners. And after that we have a material master data. Don't worry guys, we will back in this data just to overview for all of you. Okay, for master data we have a material number, soft text, volume, weight, basic unit of measures. So if we buying some product from Informa, teman-teman itu akan tahu produk itu ukurannya berapa, nama materialnya apa, beratnya berapa, gross weight, net weightnya ketahuan semua. Jadi biasanya di perusahaan itu untuk material itu kita tahu betul-betul tahu secara detail ya. Delivering plan-nya, karena tadi ada 3 plan, nanti deliveringnya ke plan-plan yang mana ya. Tax kategori, nanti beda negara beda taxnya ya. Kemudian stock, purchasing parameter, requirement planning. This is the all of master data in master data ya, material master data. Okay. Customer master data, material master data. The last thing is personal record is referred to HR staff. Ya, HR staff. Let's say they have Ani Albert as one of their employee in IDS ya. So this is the personal record. It means the staff ya, or employee that we have in our companies. Okay. Next one is transaction. Yeah. Let's say we transaction with the customer, we exchange the data ya with the companies. Sales document ya. Remember input, functionality area, process and output. So the companies will be exchange the transaction with the customer and also the material master data with the vendor supplier ya. Material quantity, number of items, sales document for customer, and this is will be distributed from the company codes, top management ya, sales organization, unit 1, department 1, B, 2, and 3, and 4 ya, distribution channels, structures di bawahnya dan juga divisi structures yang di bawah. Jadi dia akan dalam satu peristiwa transaksi itu akan mengalir seperti ini dan terjadi exchange data. Oke? Ini supaya paham dulu. Jadi teman-teman ada transaction, personal record ini refers kepada internal employee ya atau karyawan. Material master data is all of material that we have, raw material and also outbound material ya. Dan customer master data. Oke? Alright, it's accounting. Okay, so let's start to navigate our SAP program. First of all, you need to know your user ID and password. Yeah, please prepare your SAP account here. Yeah, open your SAP programs.